David Phelps, the iconic voice of the Gaither Vocal Band, is no stranger to the highs and lows of life. His career, spanning decades, has been marked by awards, chart-topping performances, and a deep connection with fans across the globe. Yet even someone whose voice can move millions isn't immune to life's sudden and devastating turns. Recently, news broke that has sent shockwaves through the Christian music community. David Phelps is facing an unimaginable personal challenge after his wife received a tragic diagnosis. For those who have followed David's journey, both as an artist and as a devoted husband and father, this moment feels almost unreal. Phelps has always shared glimpses of his personal life, balancing his public persona with genuine glimpses of vulnerability. But the revelation of his wife's condition marks a turning point that not only affects him personally, but also resonates with the thousands of fans who have grown to admire his resilience and faith, a life built on music and faith. David Phelps' story is one of passion, dedication, and undeniable talent. Born and raised in Mississippi, he discovered his love for music at an early age. By the time he joined the Gaither Vocal Band in the early 1990s, he had already carved a niche for himself with his soaring tenor voice and impeccable range. His performances became known not just for technical skill, but for their emotional depth, a quality that has made songs like The Longer I Serve Him and How Great Thou Art unforgettable. But beyond the stage, David's life has always revolved around family and faith. Married for decades, he and his wife have built a life together that mirrors the values they both hold dear. Fans often note the glimpses of their relationship they've seen through social media posts, interviews, and behind-the-scenes moments during concerts. It's clear that for David, family comes first, and his wife has been an unwavering source of support throughout his journey. The shocking diagnosis. The news came quietly at first, with only a handful of sources reporting the details. According to insiders, David's wife recently received a diagnosis that has left the family reeling. While specifics are being kept private, the term life-altering has been used repeatedly, signaling the gravity of the situation. For someone who has spent his life sharing joy, hope, and inspiration through music, this sudden intrusion of tragedy is nothing short of shocking. Friends and colleagues describe David as strong yet profoundly affected, struggling to balance his public obligations with the intense private emotional toll this news brings. Fans react with overwhelming support. Almost immediately after the news began circulating, social media lit up with messages of love, prayers, and support. Fans from all corners of the globe expressed their shock and concern, sending messages to uplift David and his family during this incredibly difficult time. Platforms like Instagram and Twitter have become hubs of emotional support, with fans sharing stories of how David's music has shaped their own lives and promising to stand by him during this personal crisis. Many have expressed disbelief that someone who has given so much to others could face such a painful personal challenge, highlighting the empathy and connection that David has fostered with his audience over decades. The weight of public life during personal crisis. One of the hardest aspects of this situation is the balance between David's public life and the private struggle he now faces. Artists like David often live in the spotlight, where every action, statement, and social media post is scrutinized by fans and the media alike. Facing a personal tragedy under such intense public attention can be overwhelming. David has historically maintained a level of privacy around his family, rarely sharing intimate details beyond what is necessary. This approach has allowed him to protect his loved ones from the glare of fame. But now, with the diagnosis becoming public knowledge, he is navigating uncharted territory. Fans are witnessing a side of David rarely seen. The raw vulnerability of someone confronting a life-altering event in the people they love most. The emotional toll on the family. It is impossible to fully comprehend the emotional toll this diagnosis takes on a family. For David, whose music often reflects themes of hope, redemption, and unwavering faith, this moment presents a profound challenge. The couple, who has faced life together through joys and trials, now faces a situation that tests their resilience in ways few can imagine. Close friends report that David has leaned heavily on his faith during this period, finding solace in prayer and in the support of his church community. Yet even faith, for all its strength, cannot erase the fear and uncertainty that accompany such news. For fans and loved ones, the hope is that the couple can find strength together and navigate this period with love, grace, and courage. The impact on David's career. Given the timing of the diagnosis, many are wondering how this personal challenge might impact David's career. As one of the most beloved figures in Christian music, his presence at concerts, events, and recordings has been a staple of the industry. While no official statements have been made regarding cancellations or adjustments, insiders suggest that David may need to take some time to focus on his family. This potential pause is a testament to the reality that even the most dedicated and talented artists are human. While fans may hope for continued performances, the priority now is clear: family first, career second. In many ways, this mirrors the themes David has sung about for decades: love, devotion, and the importance of staying grounded in what truly matters. The initial shock of the diagnosis has begun to settle, but the emotional weight remains immense. For David Phelps, someone whose life has been built around uplifting others through music, this is an entirely different kind of challenge. One where the comfort of song cannot fully erase the fear, anxiety, and uncertainty that now dominate daily life. Navigating the private struggle. Behind closed doors, David's life has changed dramatically. Friends close to the family reveal that he has been spending nearly all his time with his wife, attending doctor's appointments, managing treatments, and providing the emotional support that has always defined his role as a husband. Every smile, every reassuring word, carries the weight of someone grappling with a future that feels suddenly unpredictable. David's family life, previously a source of stability and joy, has now become the center of an emotional storm. Even for someone accustomed to life in the public eye, confronting such a deeply personal tragedy is daunting. While fans may see his usual vibrant energy on stage or through social media, the reality behind the scenes is a delicate balance between strength and vulnerability. The role of faith in coping. Faith has always been a cornerstone of David's life, both personally and professionally. For decades, his music has carried messages of hope, redemption, and perseverance through life's struggles. In this crisis, that faith is being tested in ways few could imagine. Sources close to David describe him spending hours in prayer, seeking guidance and comfort as he navigates this difficult chapter. It is faith, combined with a profound sense of love for his wife, that provides the strength he needs to face each day. Yet, even faith does not erase the pain. It simply offers a framework for resilience, a reminder that love and hope can coexist even in the darkest moments. The fan community responds. In times like these, the power of community becomes incredibly visible. Almost immediately after news of the diagnosis spread, fans mobilized to offer support. Social media posts flooded with messages like "We're praying for you and your music has carried us through tough times. Now let us carry you" show the deep connection between David and his audience. Fan clubs, church communities, and fellow musicians have rallied to provide encouragement, gifts, and even direct assistance to help the family manage the sudden changes in their daily lives. It's a reminder that in the digital age, the bond between artist and audience extends beyond music, creating a network of care and solidarity in moments of crisis. The emotional impact on David. The emotional toll on David cannot be overstated. Those close to him report that he has moments of visible vulnerability, rare glimpses into the man behind the powerful tenor voice. There are times when exhaustion, worry, and fear weigh heavily, yet he continues to put on a brave face for those around him. Psychologists note that public figures facing personal tragedy often experience a dual strain: the need to maintain their public image while privately processing grief and anxiety. For David, this means balancing the expectations of fans, the responsibilities of his career, and the overwhelming desire to be present for his wife. The act of being a pillar for others while silently battling inner turmoil is a challenge few can truly comprehend. Reflections on love and marriage. One of the most poignant aspects of this situation is the glimpse it offers into David's personal life. Long admired for his devotion to family and faith, this crisis highlights the depth of his commitment. His relationship with his wife is not just a partnership, it is a lifeline, a bond that is now being tested in the most profound way. Friends describe the couple as inseparable, often seen holding hands during hospital visits, offering comfort in quiet moments, and maintaining a sense of normalcy amid chaos. These gestures, small as they may seem, reflect a deep love that has endured decades of life's ups and downs, now proving resilient in the face of unimaginable hardship. Balancing public appearances. While David has historically performed frequently, recent events have forced a reconsideration of his professional commitments. Some concerts and appearances have been postponed or cancelled, a decision that underscores the seriousness of the situation. For fans, it is a reminder that even someone as talented and dedicated as David Phelps is human, and that sometimes family and health must come before career. Industry colleagues have expressed unwavering support, emphasizing that David's focus on his wife is not only understandable but commendable. Many highlight the fact that moments like this often inspire new depth in an artist's future work, suggesting that the trials of today may one day be transformed into songs that touch millions even more profoundly than before. Looking ahead, hope amid uncertainty. While the road ahead remains uncertain, there is a thread of hope that runs through David's story. Every act of support, every prayer, and every fan message reinforces the idea that love and community can provide strength during life's darkest moments. David himself, though privately grappling with fear and grief, has expressed a determination to remain steadfast. Sources suggest that he is committed to being present for his wife in every way possible, finding solace in the knowledge that their bond will guide them through whatever comes next. This resilience, the ability to maintain faith, love, and hope in the face of overwhelming adversity, is perhaps the most profound lesson that David's journey offers. It reminds fans, fellow musicians, and the wider public that even icons are human, and that vulnerability can be a source of strength rather than weakness.